Oh, yo. Yeah. You are watching.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's all good. Go ahead.
Yo. I'm Habib, Wild Hurricane Ahmed. You are watching True School Sports.
There you go.
Get it?
Yeah. All right, Brennan Taylor here, True School Sports. I'm here with the man that you guys probably don't know, but you will in a second because this is a man that has a lot to say and has been through a lot in boxing. Jaamel Eaddy. Jaamel Eaddy, my bad. Jaamel Eaddy. Great to have you on.
Thank you.
First of all, tell people about yourself, your background in boxing, how you came up, what do you do?
Well, my name is Jaamel Eaddy. I'm originally from Albany, New York. Been boxing since I was 17 years old. Had a good little amateur career, 117 wins with 16 losses as an amateur, 7-3 as a pro. Came back from over in Spain in 2000 or something like that. Started working with Trevor Amir a little bit, and now we're here.
Yeah.
Straight from the amateurs.
Straight from the amateurs.
Straight from the amateurs, came down here, signed on with Don King in 2011 of September, and we've been down here in Florida ever since.
What's going today, Joseph?
It's kind of time about the film, I'm walking through.
Huh?
I'm walking through.
You just told me back there, you man, hold my leg.
It is hurt.
But now he's on camera. He said
They're all impressive, good.
oh, it's all.
You trying to look good. You know, for the camera, it's always got to be applied.
Gotta keep it.
We've helped thousands of Koreans after an accident.
Keep it 100, Joseph.
So look. 120, man.
I hear you fighting.
Don't worry, we'll come to you.
I take the tiller this way.
Call an absolute
Push it back to
247-2727.
So, yeah, go forward, push back to 3 more.
It's a good view right here.
What now?
It's a surprisingly good view right here.
Really?
Yeah.
The towel and everything in the way?
That's why you haven't moved. Yeah, it's good.
Wow. Oh, felt that.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and this is a bit of a sad video to do, but we're doing it today. Right now, as I'm speaking, we're at the, as you guys can see behind me, that's the Stacey McKinley gym. We're here in Pompano. How you doing? We're here at Stacey McKinley's gym in Pompano because today we're remembering Coach Jaamel Eaddy, and it's a bit of a hard video to do, but we're here, and we're here to pay our respects as Trevor the Dream Bryan, who was his amateur fighter, who he groomed from the amateurs all the way to the pros. Basically, he put together this whole thing, the having food in the gym. So we're gonna kind of try to get some reaction today. It's a bit of a sad day. There's a lot of heavy hearts, but we're here today to remember a great man who gave his life to the sport of boxing. So let's head inside. All right, so we're gonna head into the gym now. Let's see what the scenes are looking like. Walking up the iconic red stairs that Coach Mel used to walk up all the time. And we're here, and as you can see, guys, like a lot of people came out. A lot of people turned out for the remembrance of Coach Mel. We got fighters from all over South Florida. We got Pops over there. We got all kinds of people here. You know, like last time I was here, guys, just to tell you a bit of a story. Like when I was here last time, the last spot I talked to Coach Mel at was right. I talked to him right here in this spot, and he was stretching out one of his fighters, and now he's just not here. So it's here to get day gone tomorrow. But it's great turnout though. It was kind of last minute. Trevor Bryan put all this together, so a massive respect has to go out to Trevor Bryan and just him putting this together. And you know, we got in the ring with Coach Mel to train all the fighters. You know, they got pictures of him and whatnot. So that's what it is. We're here at the gym. There's the man himself, Coach Mel, in all his glory. Right now we're standing right in the ring where Coach Mel used to yell at everybody and just still is. But you guys can see right now, we got a really good crowd, like a really good turnout right now. People are still filing in. We got people from all over South Florida. We got people that flew in to come see Coach Mel for this. So it's a big event. It's really impacted the South Florida boxing community and like, I didn't even know Mel that long. Like I knew Mel for 5 years, and I would just see him in the gyms and stuff. And I wasn't as, I was close to him, but I wasn't nearly as close to him as most of his fighters. And you know, it's affected me a lot.
All right, everybody, we're going to get started in a second, so please take your seats.
All right, Brendan Taylor here, True School Sports. I'm with Sebastian right here, and we got Pablo over there. We're here at the Coach Mel Remembrance at Stacey McKinley's gym. So you guys both trained under Mel, right? You're both amateur fighters. How long did you guys train with Coach Mel?
Well, the first time I met Mel, I was like about 11, and that was when he was working in Gold's Gym in, I think, Deerfield. And I went there for a week because I was like, okay, I'm interested in boxing. Let me try it. I was like fat and lazy and whatever. I went in, I worked with him for like a week. And then, like I said, I was like really out of shape and fat, and I was like, this sucks, I hate this.
Yeah.
And then, like I always tell this story to people, and then I went to Pompano Fitness. That's when I really was like, okay, this is something I can do. I'm gonna work and I'm gonna do this. And like I actually put effort into it, and I learned a lot of things. And then that one got shut down. And then this one opened right near my house, like a couple minutes away. And I was like, awesome. And then I started coming here. And then I realized, I was like, wait, this is the same guy from when I was like 11. And now I'm what, like 15, 16, and I'm doing this, and I was like, okay, we've come full circle, and now I can really do this. I have no excuse because I live right here and I can come and go. And then this man really, like, he pushed me. He sees the potential in you, and then he tells you things that you don't believe, but he can believe it, and he tells you.
Like what? Like what did he tell you?
Bring it up. He's like, you have that power. He's like, you feel like you're slow, you feel like you're weak. He'll tell other people about you, like that you do these things, and like you don't see it, but he does, and he tells other people about you, and then it makes it easier to envision yourself.
Self-esteem.
Yeah. Build your
yourself.
confidence.
Exactly. And then you finally start to see yourself doing these things, and then it's like you can envision it, you can create it, and then it's like after that nothing is impossible. He was just such a good mentor, and like he'll speak it into existence. He'll take it out of you. And it's just like
Put it into the universe. It'll make you believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Like the first time I met him, I've been under his wing only for 6 months.
Uh-huh.
Before I did boxing, I did MMA. I used to do mixed martial arts. I was an amateur fighter. I went to American Top Team. And I was doing MMA for about 4 years before I made the switch over to boxing. And when I did, I realized that it was a completely different animal.
It is.
Completely different. Different way they train, different way they handle sparring, different way, almost in everything. The only looks the same if they punch, but it's completely different. And I respected Mel when I first saw him when he immediately put me into the ring, and he wanted to see what I was made out of. And I did. And I did okay, but compared to an actual boxer, like someone who actually does it,
Yeah.
my God, I got picked apart. And since that day, I realized, okay, I gotta be a better boxer. Not an MMA guy, a boxer. So
Technique, you know?
Yeah, technique, just everything. And the good thing about Mel was, is still he's so knowledgeable. You know, he's so in depth with the little details of boxing. You know, the little things like how to step, how to move forward, how to move back, how to throw the right hand, how to feint, how to block. Just for example, in MMA we block like this, called answering the phone. But in boxing, we duck.
Yeah, it's a lot of tucking.
Tucking, rolling, you know, and little things like that, man. Like, and he know your level. He know what level you were at, and he would put you accordingly to the level that you are gonna be next.
He was a responsible trainer.
Totally. He didn't want anybody to spar unless he was in the ring.
Exactly. He'd get mad at you if he found out that you were sparring without him.
Yeah.
Here's one thing I noticed about him. A lot of trainers, like, you'll go into their gym and they're like, this is how we fight, this is how we train, this is what we teach. But like, I realize he knows what your strengths are and he knows what you like to do. Like me, I'm more I'm more aggressive. He'll teach you the basic defense, all that stuff. He wants you to be safe and all that. But once you get in there and you show him what you're good at and what you like to do, he'll bring it out of you. He'll like strengthen that part.
Yeah, yeah.
So like me with my aggression and all that, he encouraged it and he made me feel like that was good and it was okay, and he'd like hype it up while I was in there and all that stuff.
He made you have fun in the ring. Because normally I would get scared. For me at least, I would get scared when I get in the ring. But he would always tell me, man, son, don't be scared, have fun. And I went in there with that mentality, have fun. And you perform better, man. You're not scared, you're not hesitant, you're not flinching, you know? And he would encourage that. That's the first time I've ever seen a coach put that in their fighters, you know?
So he made boxing fun for you guys, pretty much. Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure. He made you want to come back every day.
Absolutely. So like, for people who are watching this video right now that don't know anything about Coach Mel, what's the best way you could describe him to those who don't know him?
He was such a vibrant character, and he was like best way I can put it, he was like a second father to me.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Like my actual dad, he's like he's kind of a no-nonsense. You know, he's really hard work. He's got a really good work ethic. But Coach Mel, he was like he'll give you what you need to hear, not like sugarcoat anything.
Tough love.
Exactly. Like he knows what you need to hear. How you doing, son?
How you doing, man? Good to see you.
But like, he knows what you need to succeed. Like everything he says, he'll say it like positively. If he needs to say it more blunt or stern, he'll say it like that. But whatever you needed to hear, if you needed to be uplifted, he'll always tell you you're doing good. Like to work on this, that you can do it. Like
he was a mentor. He was a mentor.
Mentor, yeah.
Look around. Look at all these young fighters, man. We all looked at him like,
you got everybody. A lot of fighters here. Like, I didn't know he had so many fighters. To be honest with you.
Exactly. It's like generation.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't afraid to like tell it how it is. You know, and he wasn't. He trained everybody, from the pros to the kids. You know, he knew your level.
You see all the time on like TV, like people boxing shows, stuff like that. You see them in the ring, telling them what to do. Like you need to duck more, you need to throw that overhand right, like wiping the blood away, all that stuff. After training under him for like months, even like a few years, and then I finally got my first fight with him. You see how personal it really is. Like. From being in here every day, he took me all the way to Del Rey, and then I was in the corner in the middle from the first to the second round. He's like telling me to like the tips and all that. He's like trying to keep me awake because like I was exhausted.
What did he tell you in the corner? Like, what did he tell you?
He's just like, you're doing good, man. Just keep that pressure on him. Because like that's what I do. I'm like, I like the pressure, but I get real tired. And he's like, I see the other guy. He's doing like good. He's not tiring himself out much, but he's got like the towel on me, blowing the water on me.
Yeah, yeah.
All this stuff, like just trying to keep me like awake so I can finish this fight. And I was like, I remember going in there. I always tell people after like the first and second round, he was like, how you feel? I was like, I'm tired, coach. He's like, no, you ain't. I was like, no, I ain't tired. And then you know, I went in there. I almost passed out, but
strong.
Finish strong. Okay. All right, well, Pablo, Sebastian, thank you guys so much.
No problem, bro.
Appreciate you guys. We're at Stacey McKinley's gym. Remembering Coach Mel. R.I.P. Mel.
Hell nah. Appreciate everybody coming down. Again, it's unfortunate while we're here, but again, it shows why Mel was such love. He affected so many different people in so many different ways. He's more than a coach, more than a mentor, more than a brother. I mean, he was definitely that guy. So I appreciate everybody coming out and supporting us doing this. And we'll have information for everybody else that would like to come to the funeral in New York. But we want to do something here for you guys as well. We'll have that information for you guys tomorrow. Again, I appreciate everyone for taking the time out, coming here, and supporting this. This was not just my thinking of doing this. Haley and Q said, let's do something for Mel for here, for all the family members that he got in touch with, and all the family members that he contacted with, and all the people that love him. So right now, we're going to allow people to come up. Because it's the boxing gym, we're going to turn the bell on. You get 3 minutes, your memories, and you share how you got in contact with Mel, and stories, whatever memory that cherish you the most, and you share with everybody, and we're going to basically do it like that, okay? So, I'm going to be first. Yosef, can you turn the bell on? Like I said, 3 minutes. You hit the 30-second bell, let's wrap it up, all right? So, let's go. I first want to start off by saying my name is Trevor Bryan. I'm known as the Dream, getting ready for a heavyweight championship. Mel was by my side from day one. I first started amateur back in Albany, New York, because that's where all of us are from. I remember the first time I came to the gym, Mel was like, "Who's that little chubby little fat boy with that jazz?" And like I said, how I got into boxing, man. I was an athlete that tried every sport. I mean, I loved every sport. I played football, basketball, even did tennis at a point. I mean, so I'm a true born athlete. First time I actually got in the gym, man, I worked out so hard. I mean, literally, the gym was only down the block from my house. I literally had to call my mother and say, "Mom, come pick me up. I can't walk home, I'm so tired." And from that day, I fell in love with boxing, managed to get a full scholarship with boxing to Marquette, Michigan. And like I said, man, Mel's been there all the way with me. All the national tournaments where we had to go to Lake Placid to qualify to go to the nationals. Mel was always there. Mel was always in my corner. Mel has one of those voices where it's distinctive. He has a distinctive voice. I always used to ask, "Brother, why are you so loud?" He said, "Man, this is how I am." Like, so, man, even the day after, I came in here and the gym was quiet, and I still just hear Mel's voice in my head, like, "You gotta do this, Trev. You gotta work on this, Trev. I mean, keep it up, Trev. You can do more, Trev." And me just saying now with all you guys as my witnesses, I have a heavyweight championship coming up, fight coming up, and I'm gonna win this for Mel. Yeah. Down here along with me and Amir and Messiah. We came down here for a dream that he also believed in for me as well. And me being a young youth coming out of Albany, New York, it's not much for us to do. And so we find trouble easy. And luckily I had the avenue to find boxing. And boxing has always been my safe haven. So, and like I said, people like Mel, people like Messiah, people like Stacey, I mean, guys, these young youth in life to show them that something more out there for you. You know what I'm saying? And you come across souls like Mel that you're always going to remember no matter what. I mean, I'm just so happy that at the time I had him with me, that I cherish the moments and everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep that with my words because I have so much to say about Mel. But again, I just want to tell you guys I love him. I know he loved you all as well. And we're here to complete a mission. We're going to complete this mission. On May 30th, whatever it's going to be, I'm going to be heavyweight champion. And I'm going to sit down and I'm going to tell the world and say, "Yo, this is for Jaamel Eaddy." And Jaamel Eaddy got me. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming out. Stop running.
All right. I'm Coach Stacey, and Coach Will been with me for about 9 years. He lived with me for nine years. But I met him a long time ago before I started training Mike Tyson. I was training a fighter by the name of Overpower. And Coach Will came down to Don King's training camp in Cleveland. And I got to know him real well. real well. And after that, I came to Albany, New York to meet a young heavyweight. And I saw Trevor Bryant was training, so I asked Coach Mill, I said, I don't want this kid. Who is this kid right here? He says, Trevor Bryant, and then he brought Amir Amani. So I asked him, I knew that he really loved boxing. So I asked him, I said, you really want to live boxing? You love it? You want to live it for real? He said, yeah. I said, you come with me, that's all we do 24/7. So Coach Mill come down here, and he's been a great help to me. Like my right hand in boxing amateur program and the pro program. I don't have enough time for the amateur fighters. Coach Mill come in the gym and stay here for hours with those kids. I mean, just constantly working with those kids for hours and hours and hours. And once I told him, I said, you know, I'm gonna have to close the amateur program for 3 days a week. He couldn't hardly take it. He said, Stacey, you can't close the amateur program. Like, let's keep it going. So I just, on days bad, I said, okay, I'll keep it going. But you never meet a guy like that in boxing. It's very hard to find. The guys who can stay there for 24 hours and stay in the house and training camps. We went from the training camps to the gym. And we traveled to Russia, we traveled to Germany, many places. Dominican Republic, a lot of different places we go together. So we definitely gonna miss Coach Mill and boxing on this. But you guys want to come around and always remember that he was a hard man to deal with. Come down to that boxing, and he had a strict life. He was very, very strict. I learned a lot from him. About making sure everything is clean around the house too. So he was hard, but it's all good. So everybody come and speak, and we all love Coach Mill. And there'll be another one like him. Okay?
My name is Nelson Taylor. BT Sports is my son that interviews. BT is my son from True School Sports that does a lot of interviewing here. And one thing that I learned from Coach Mel for the short time that I've known him that really impacted me the most is his vibrant energy. As soon as I walked in this gym, my son told me, when you get to meet Coach Mel, you're never going to hit it off because of his energy. And you could be over there, you could talk to you over there, but you could just feel the way he was. And that was enough motivation for me to hit it off with him. We talked about New York, I'm from Boston, Massachusetts City, Boston, everything. But he always kept it real, and he always was 100% real. Whenever he told somebody, he told the way it was. That's how I am. I'm the same way. Like I said, I only met him a short time, and it's really affected me a lot. I told my wife, Tracy, for 24 hours when I went home and I heard the news, because I couldn't figure out why. Because last week, my son and I were sitting in the back with him, and we were joking, we talked about Remembrance, Trevor Bryant, about boxing, about Fury, Wild Fight. And we were, Lord, we also talking about Cuban coffee, believe it or not. Stacey McKinley is big up Cuban coffee. So I said to Coach Mel, I had just brought him a cup if I went to see Coach Mel, you want to try some Cuban coffee? He said, nah, I can't try that. That's what gets Stacey McKinley going out here for a face. I said, come on, man, just try a little bit. You don't know if you don't like it or not. He said, no, I'll stick to my American coffee. I said, try it. He said, no. So walking over, he called me back up. He said, let me try that coffee. Man, he took a shot of that coffee. He was like, whoa. This is like diesel here. I started laughing and everything. And after the last time I left him, he was backing up going out to the amateur fight with his boxer. He just told me to take care of yourself. Now he's drinking this coffee anymore. So for me, what excites me the most about it is his positive energy no matter what. He was real about everything. Anybody that walked in here was doing half-assed or half-time-assed. He was like, you're a part-time fighter, I don't want to get your shit. Don't tell me you can't do this, you can't do this. This is a 24-hour dedication. If you can't do that, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. I love him, I miss him. He always called me Pops. Love you.
Well, first.
How everybody doing? Glad to see everybody came out for Mel because Mel was a fantastic guy. If you didn't see him on the phone, he was in this ring sweat. And I mean, he would sweat all day. You know, he's a very organized guy. You go to the house, everything in there organized. His TV time, everything, his car, everything organized. Fantastic guy. Last Friday, before I was here, me and Mel was sitting right in there. He was telling me about Amir. He was talking about Amir, you know, all the work he did with Amir, and He was happy about it, but he said that now Trevor got a title fight, he was going to be all committed to Trevor, and he spent a lot of time training. Just whatever he could do to get his fighters right. He came down to the gym down in Hollywood with this young lady right here, and they beat up some other girls. I know she's gonna really miss him because he had her going real good. She was doing everything she needed to do. But you know, we all love Mel, and he was the type of guy, always like Lenny say something good, promote a fighter, give him a lot of commitment and determination to do hard work. You know, and he cuss you out, you know, that's how Mel was. He gonna tell you where you feel. You say, I had a fighter named Rocky, and he told him, listen, if you don't listen to Jesse, you're gonna get fucked up. I told him, you sure right. He did get fucked up. Mel gonna tell the truth, and that, hey, you gotta be committed to the truth. So, Trevor, you got a hell of a job. You got to bring that championship on for Mel. We can give what Trevor at? Oh yeah. You know what I say? Mel deserved that championship.
Hell yeah.
That boy sweated, and he sweated to the end
For everybody.
for this gym. And Stacey gave him a lot of headaches. Now, I know it, Stacey. You got to take his medicine. Dealing with you, you're a piece of work. You is a piece of work. Mel used to tell me all the time, that's Stacey, that's Stacey.
God damn it.
That's right. I'm going to tell it right here. Tell the truth. We love Mel though, but the main thing is he's a good guy. Okay?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Dr. Lenny Moore, and I met Mel about 7-8 years ago through Stacey McKinley, who's been a friend of mine for the past 20 years. And Stacey introduced me to Mel, and from the day Mel found out what I did, I'm what's called a scientific clinical hypnotherapist. He was in my ear every minute of every day that I saw him, trying to pick my brain so he could use my information as to how to get into his boxer's head to make them better people. Now, Mel and I go way back. I mean, we sat down and had hours of conversation in the gym over the heavyweight factory. When my son graduated high school and started playing college basketball at FIU, he would come into the gym and train and work out with me. And he started training and working out, not in the box. Until Mel saw him shadow boxing. Mel said, why don't you try boxing? And Mel had a way of influencing and trying kids. He got my son to go in and train for about 2 or 3 months right before he got ready to go back to school. Then he got him in there and started his first sparring session. And not only to say it was his first time actually sparring, he got the hell beat out of him. So he came to me, he said, Dad, I don't want to be a boxer. I said, you got to be no boxer. So he said, I think I'll get this psychology and theater degree. So Mel had a way of not only inspire you to be a better athlete, but to be a better person. So he taught him many lessons in life, and every summer he would come in and he would still train every single summer, and Mel would train the hell out of him every summer. So he gave him just that much incentive to let him know that this is not for you if you don't want to do it. There's other ways, there's other means to make a living. And he always gave him great conversations, gave him great lessons. And I appreciate Mel because Mel and I, like I said, we had hours and hours of conversations in the gym. He would call me sometime on the phone and ask me certain things about how to work with certain boxers, how to get into the head, some words of influence. And he had me come out and even meet with several of his fighters and do clinical therapy on them to make them better. And I want to just tell y'all this. I've never met a person who was more inspirational. And every time I walk in the gym, he always had positive words. I never ever remember him complaining about anything. No matter how bad the situation was, no matter how bad the economy was, no matter how bad anything was, he always had words of encouragement. And I take that with me in today's lesson, moving on from this. And I really am still in a little bit of shock because we had just spoke a couple of weeks ago about me coming in and working with some of his fighters. And just for this all of a sudden to pop up, I'm like, wow. So I'm still trying to process it, you know, and I'm quite sure you all are as well. I'm quite sure everybody has a male story. So that's my time, and I just want to let y'all know that I think we lost a good one in this guy.
How everybody doing? Mel. I gotta say about Mel, man. I met Mel with Stacey almost 9 years ago. Stacey told me I got a young heavyweight I need some work with. Young 140 pounder I need some work with. They get me to my gym ever since. Drop all over the world. Big fight, little fights, glove fights, huge, amazing fights. The guy that I count on every time I go for my fights, people that are close to us, like Stacey, Trevor, I know what we have been through, you know, Russia, Germany, you name it, Dominican Republic. Every time I go away from my fights, like I did the morning what happened to him, I talked to him about 5 hours before that because I had 2 fights this weekend and next weekend in Atlantic City, and that's Mel is the guy that I count on every time I leave to train my guys. You know, so I don't know if you guys know that, but when I go, the guy that I trust, and everybody that I know is Mel. Only one guy that I trust to train my world-class fighters, Mel. So I talked to him that morning, Mel, I need your help. I got 2 fights back-to-back 2 weeks. I need to train all my guys. Oh, no problem. I got you, Lou. He called me Lou. Lou, I got you. So, what can I say? Mel's my brother. I miss him. And he knows I miss him, and he knows that I appreciate him like he appreciates everybody. Right?
All right, so I met Mel about 7 years ago. I moved here from Canada, and I was just looking for a gym. I found Gold's Gym up in Deerfield Beach. Go to the back, I find Stacey King Cobra Gym, and I was like, all right, let me try this out. But I just finished the surgery. My right elbow is busted up, and I couldn't use my arm at all. And I remember walking in the gym, and if you remember the first time walking in a boxing gym, you're kind of hesitant, it's a little bit intimidating, especially if you've never fought before. And so he was just like, all right, you want to work out? And I was like, sure. So he showed me the ropes, and he was like, all right, this is what you're going to do first, this is what you're going to do next, so on and so forth. So I'm kind of going with the routine, I'm getting familiar with the bell and how it works. I'm already tired after about 2 rounds. And there's 3 rounds of skipping, so if you've ever worked out with Mel, he always wants you to start 3 rounds of skipping, and then he has you do, you know, maybe a bit of running or hit a heavy bag. And I was just done after like 2 rounds. And I think the workout was like 9 to 12 rounds. So I was just struggling to get through this workout, but he put me through it, came back the next day, and you know, I was kind of the guy that was always at the gym, but was never really in the ring, was never willing to go in the ring, didn't want to box anybody. I was just there to kind of get my, he called it boxercising. That was me. So he was really good about just being patient and not really pushing me too hard to do anything that made me feel uncomfortable. In addition to that, he like introduced me to the boys, so Trevor, Amir, Carlos, Jeff, all these guys, Stacey, everybody, and I was just kind of taking it all in. And for about a year, I was just like the biggest boxing fan, but I would never get in this ring. You know? This is probably my first time in the ring. So. He was a good dude, and just a couple non-boxing, or not actually boxing stories, but my nephew came down to visit, and he was about 4 or 5 years old. And I was like, Mel, can you work with him? Because I just wanted some pictures for my nephew to have when he got older to say, like, I was in this really cool boxing gym when I was a kid. So my nephew comes in the gym and he has his hat backwards, and Mel puts on the bodysuit as if this kid's gonna do work on his body. He gets on his knees and he's like, 1, 2, 1, 2, and he's just working us. And I'm like, Mel, give him a body shot. And Mel's like, ha! And my nephew just like crumbles. And he just works with them. And so everybody that I ever brought to this gym, anybody that I brought to this gym from up north, they'd come down and visit me. I'd bring them to this gym. This is a museum. Like, you got so much history here. But I also wanted them to meet Stacey, I wanted them to meet Mel, I wanted them to meet the guys. And coming from Canada, you got nothing like this. So it was just such a blessing to have Mel around. He was a good, genuine dude. And everybody that I brought here would walk away and just speak so highly of him, even though they only met him once. So I'm grateful to have met him. I'm really glad that he kept me around, and I'm gonna miss that dude. I love that dude, man. He was good.
So much to say. I don't think even if we go 10 rounds, I'll share a whole life story with this man. One time ago when I first started boxing, I was a book cop. I met him through Coach Lawrence. He's always cool with Coach Lawrence, you know, go to book. I think he was going to the gym and sparring. So we come down to King's Court, where he did feel on his board. I was sparring, and he was like, "Who's this young cat? Yeah, he got that job." We're like, "Come on, man, give me some bits, man. Give me some bits, let me get you shot." And as life kept going, I went through the Olympic trial. Too bad, I didn't further, keep going. I stopped, I was upset with myself. I lost, I was like, fuck this, boxing, this shit wasn't meant to be. Maybe God got all the plan, and I ain't gonna do it no more. Out of nowhere, six months after, looking at my phone, it says Coach Mel. I'm like, listen to what, man. So I look up the phone, we're like, oh, what you doing, man? You ain't boxing no more? Come back into the gym. I'm like, nah, man, I'm just gonna work, man. So it's 2 weeks later, he got my phone. We're like, come back, man. We get something started. So I came back. He's like, damn, you got fat. So I'm coming back into the gym. I'm like I come back to the gym almost at heavyweight, 100 and I'm getting 92 pounds. Like, damn, big. Yeah, he said, yo, we gotta go back, go ahead and get you back down to your weight class in middleweight. So they keep training. I was like, I don't think I can do it. I must be at 78. He talked so much shit to me. And almost every day after I'm done training, he said, go ahead and jump back on the scale. Got back on the scale, 179. You're still fat. So it's time to keep going by. And now I'm back down to like my weight. I'm back down and I'm on 60. So I said, Coach, man, it's time to make it happen. We're like, damn, yeah, we really got to make it happen. We're like, all right, yeah, you're going to need some help. So he told me, I know somebody might be able to help you. So he told me, text Coach Chiwa. He said, he knows that a lot of people, me and him, are going to be able to, be in your corner. Coach Chiwa will be right here. So from time to time, when the guy get changed, we go to the gym because I was working, go to the gym, and then Saturday, like I was with this man, that's why he kills me with divorce. Got my M2 book back ready, he reading my book. My book's still in his car. He reading my book's at April 4th. You know that I'm feeling. April 4th, I'm supposed to be ready to fight. So my weight down, working around 165 after training 162. Yeah, we 163. Yeah, we getting back ready to get sharp. So I'm like, all right, I'm ready. Sparring, looking sharp, my defense is good, get my weight down. I'm ready to play, this man, literally, put me back into the game after, I lost all hope. I didn't think I still have it. I don't think boxing was ever going to be free again. He brought my faith back, as always been saying, faith with skills. He said, okay, we're going to use our faith over skill, but we're going to do faith and skill, faith with skill. One time I say, everybody would come to support. Mel was as far as me, they didn't have my dad into my boxing game with me, which he doesn't know. Mel was that father figure to once you like a song, you don't do it no more, you need that next person to go and say that one thing to keep it going. Mel was that person in my life, man. every time, you know, I said, okay, I ain't gonna do it over. This time, taking it easy. He always got that little something extra, like, you know, as far as you cook, you know, you gotta put a little extra spices to make the food taste good. Yeah, that was like, you know, they was like,
Speak loud.
When I first came through this boxing club, my dad wanted to do something for me, wanted to do me physical education. Before I came to this boxing club, I didn't have a lot of physical build. Focused mainly on school. I was a little antisocial. I looked like the 7-year-old from Apple Jacks if he was white. First thing coach told me was, why the hell are you so tall? I'm like, I don't know, it's my dad's genetics. So he saw what he saw the worst in me, and then he tried to do his best to change that for the better. And that's what came across to me, that he didn't care if I was just a customer of his boxing gym, but an actual person that he wanted to make better. He wanted to make me better he wanted to give me physical education, he wanted to make me more social. And I lost my first, second, and first amateur boxing matches, but I can still whoop this guy. I can still whoop And then here I am now. I'm social. I love all of you guys. I'm trying to fight. I'm fighting people my size. I'm fighting people my age that are in the heavyweights. And I'm starting to talk to people. I'm starting to get more better in chess. I'm coming for your title. And he was just like a genuine person that brought connections to everyone here, and especially me, which shows that he can bring anyone together and can bring the best out of anyone, and that's all I can say.
I met Coach Mel I'm gonna say 8 months ago. I came to the gym, he told me to come to the gym. I was back and forth from the gyms, not really feeling comfortable or finding my spot. I was feeling, uncomfortable with the gyms, either out of place or just, ain't feeling right. As soon as I came here, because Kilden brought me to the gym, come, you live down the street, might as well come over to the gym. So I come to the gym out the gate as soon as I came in, positive energy. Because once you feel good energy, energy gonna connect, and I felt the positive energy. He made me feel like I was somebody, I take boxing serious, but then, I got other, issues that I deal with. So sometimes it takes me, sidetrack me from my boxing. I came in here, Mel telling me, oh, you got beautiful talent, you real good. Fighters can't fight for a living shit. You could really become a world champion. He made me feel like somebody like I could actually do this. I told myself I'd never be a world champion. 2 years ago, I told myself I'd never be a world champion. Now I'm gonna step forward and I'm gonna become a world champion for Mel, because he made me feel like I could do it.
How y'all doing? My name is Reed. I met Mel at the Heavyweight Factory 6 years ago. And we kept a, on and off relationship in between that. And when I came here, I actually came with Rambo, because I was training with Miller, and he went off to LA and he trained with Paul. So I had to find a gym to go to, which was closer to me, and I came here to train with Mel. Mel, 2 weeks ago, I had a fight in Miami with him. Mel was my last. The last fight he did with my quarterback, and I called him a couple days ago, and I was telling him, a couple days before the incident happened, I was telling him, damn, man, we got more fights coming now. My boy just called me, telling me, we got to go to, somewhere in Vegas. We had another fight on the card, and he told me, just come back to the rim, gym rig, go get it, get back in the gym. We're just gonna keep working hard. Keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna keep on winning, don't stop. Every time you tell me, just keep striving, keep doing what you're supposed to do. You gotta fight, don't come in here pussy because the motherfucker will knock you out. That's all they can tell me. I just kept it in my brain. Take everything Mel gave me, everything he taught me, take that with me all the way to the top. Everything I'm gonna do from here on out is gonna be with dedication to it. All right.
But I do it like this, I had to write it on my phone, I had to write something down on my phone so I didn't forget, because I like to talk. Just like Coach Mel, we love to talk, we love to share stories. So I'm gonna try to run it off my phone, and I'm gonna start like this. So, and this has to do with how Coach Mel built my character. I met Coach Mel through Messiah. That's going back. So winning, but I'm okay with losing. Winners try. Losers make excuses. If you're always winning, you don't know how to conquer lessons when you're faced with obscurities. As long as you try and give it your all and leave nothing behind, you're a champ. I remember one of my fights. Coach Mel said, "You tired?" He asked me if I was tired. I said, "Yes." Coach Mel said, "I don't want you to ever say that. Don't ever say you tired." Deep down, I was tired. But I found that energy to go back out and win the fight. Came out victorious because of Coach Mel. So, going out into my life, I use that in my life. I use that in my life. When I'm tired, it's in my head. I'm not tired. That's because of Coach Mel. I'm not tired. That desk over there, me and Coach Mel play chess every day. So it moved outside of boxing. It moved outside of boxing, and that's how I got to build more time over these years, was through chess with Coach Mel. I heard all the stories, right? And when I think about it, it really makes me happy. It makes me really understand all you guys. We are all here because of Coach Mel. I met everybody here. I met a good majority of my good friends through this gym and through Coach Mel. I wore this because Coach Mel gave this to me. Right? My name. Just how it's bold like that, Coach Mel put that on there for me. Ken Carlos. I know I'm not the only one he gave the name. He gave me my name. So that's something that Coach Mel gave me that I don't know, Ken Carlos. That's what Mel gave me. And I stuck with that name ever since I started boxing. Built my character mentally and physically, where I was able to incorporate that into my life. What will you do with the situation that is present? Coach Mel never told me that he believed in me, but he showed it through his actions that he believed in me. He didn't have to tell me, he showed me. His actions, he showed me his actions throughout time, showed me he put others before himself. And that's one thing about Coach Mel. He put others before himself. I done seen, this bell is gonna go, it's gonna go by. I'm sorry, it's gonna go by. I gotta get it out. I gotta get it out. Coach Mel, I done seen people walk inside this gym. Coach Mel met him for the first day, giving out equipment. That's just the person he is. He cares more about you guys than he cared about himself. So I'm gonna finish it up. I'm thankful that I got to be part of it. I got to be part of his life, and what started as boxing and continue to be more than boxing. And that's what it is, more than boxing. And I finish it off by saying one. Every time I'm on the phone, I got that from Coach Mel. I never realized it. We always Coach Mel was having. All right, I'm gonna be at the gym at such and such time. One. So if you guys talk to Coach Mel, that's all. Before he finished the conversation, one. I do the same thing. Realizing that's how I finish the conversation. So I'm gonna wrap this up by saying one.
And on top of that, basically, I met Coach Mel through Black Gold. Came here one time, and then ever since then, I've been training with everybody. And on top of that, I was like at 185, and then he told me, man, for your size, man, you need to drop down. So ever since then, it's like, because you know, my dad got deported since I was a young kid. So it's like, when I came here, so it's like, the way how Coach Mel yelled at you and everything like that, so it's like, that was a real dad figure to me. So it's like, I would just listen to everything that he said and then just go on from it. So then after that, when I dropped down to 150, and then he told me, do not go any else down no more, because it's not good, so just keep it where you at. And then it's like, one thing I learned in boxing is either boxing gonna make you or it's gonna break you. And I took a real hit to the rib from this man here, and I ain't gonna cap, you made me, man. So it's like, ever since then, I took it and then I called Coach Mel. I was gone for like a good 7 months. And I called Coach Mel one time. I kept training and everything. So then one time I was in the parking lot. I see the door closed and everything. So I'm like, damn, you know gym today? So I called Coach Mel. And Coach Mel, I told him, man, what's up, man? He was like, damn, man, I've been here for you for a long time, man. What's going on, man? So I was like, no, man, I ain't quit, man. But you know, I told him my situation. I had 2 jobs and everything, still pushing it and trying to make the best out of it. And he told me, just come to the gym and then we could work something. I said, Coach, I'm already here. He like, I'm at the checkout store, I'll be there in 30 minutes. I'm like, all right, cool. So ever since then, it's like that same day, I even sparred, man. First time I came back, sparred, did about 7 rounds and everything. He was like, all right, just keep coming. And then we're going to get you a book. He told me to get my book. I did everything I was supposed to do. And then when I did get my book, I was supposed to have a fight that came up. And then he lost his key. Somehow, he said somebody took his key.
Every day.
Yeah. Took his key. So I wasn't able to fight. And then I just trained with him last Friday again. Did mid-practice and everything. And then he said I was supposed to have a fight this Saturday that came up. But then I didn't even know the news, like he was in the hospital. So when I heard that, that shit really hurt me because I didn't hear from anybody. I came to the gym to work out, and then you know how I came to work out, but I thought he was in the main event or something. So I'm like, man, I couldn't catch up with him to see what I'm supposed to do for Saturday. So then some kid came to me and said, how do you feel about Coach Mel? And I just broke it down to him. I'm like, oh, Coach Mel, good, man. He's gonna teach you everything you need to know. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You in the right hand. And he was like, nah, man. He's like, you didn't hear about what happened to Coach? I'm like, what happened? He said, Coach died. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? So then, when I spoke to Coach Stacey broke it down to me. That shit hurt me because it's like, who's gonna get at me now? It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, Coach Mel, I really respect him for everything he done. I explained to him my problems. He said, you're gonna be a champion one day. And he said, the only way you're gonna be champion is if you fucking listen. So, I love him and everything. He's like a dad figure to me, and just like this, how I look at it, right now he's with Custom Model, so it's like, now I look at it, it's like, I'm gonna keep training even harder and grind even harder and become a champion just to remember his name and everything, and dedicate everything to him. And all glory to God and grind getting heavy.
I wish I could say that this was my first time ever speaking in front of people about someone who I lost. That meant a lot to me. Before I found this gym, I did this twice, right before I found this gym. So if you could imagine, when I came in here, I was heartless and broken and shambles. And Mel put me back together, literally piece by piece, every single day, for years and years. If I said the word, he was here, and he could have just left, and if I called him, he was gonna be right back here. That was my best friend, you know, he taught me everything that I know, and he saw so much of me that it's never gonna leave my heart. Because his lessons are in here, and that's all he teaches is hard. So if I could do anything, it's gonna be to take everything that he taught me and run with it. Even meeting like parts of his family I never met this weekend, they just come up to me and be like, "You're Haley, you know, you're Haley." He's like, he talks so much about you, and he has so much faith in you, and just like he built me from nothing. So. You know, I just want to tell the kids, you know, to keep coming. You know that he saw good in every single one of these kids in here. I mean, he seriously loved the kids. It's so crazy. He would be running around and everyone's trying to find him. But I think we should live happy for Mel. That's what he would want. You know, he was a really happy dude. I wasn't allowed to have bad days. You know, if I was in here and I was messing up because of a bad day, say leave that shit outside the gym. And I think that's what we need to do, is we need to come in here and we need to work hard and we need to do it for him and leave all of our emotions and everything, all the sadness, we need to leave it outside the gym and come in here and work like he would want us to. So I just want to say, Mel, that we'll miss you more than anyone. You know, this gym will never be the same without you, but we're going to keep fighting because you told us to never give up. So we love you, Mel, and until we see you again.
How y'all doing, man? I got a lot of stories about my brother. I know we love y'all. I know y'all love him. I'm not in a good space to talk about it right now. Just know I love y'all, man. Family, I'm family. We love y'all, man. We appreciate everything y'all do. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to close this section right now. We're going to grab candles and go outside, light some candles for a second. Then we'll take it back in for refreshments. Again, I appreciate everybody for coming, everybody showing your memories and how you met Mel. And again, like Mel said, man, it's more than boxing. This is a family. Boxing is a family, and he showed us that, and we're going to live on, and we're going to keep showing the same teachings that Mel gave us. We're going to pass that on. So again, I appreciate everybody coming. And like I said, Mel allows us. Let's go, people. Let's go. Let's go, 10. We're not going to ride right now. We're going to take it outside, all right? I appreciate everybody coming today.
Come this way, everybody. Let everybody come through. Over here, guys.
So, you know, he got me back, so now I'm going to stay in. So from this day on forward, even if I never met somebody like him, he was always be in my ear. I could hear that sharp voice, you know, that screaming, or even if he's speaking low, yeah, you could hear his voice. So from this day on forward, I'm going to keep this journey going, and, you know, I'm going to do it for him. And I will be that world champion that, you know, he sees in me, that sharp skill with that sharp jab, you know. I'm going to do it for him, and I'm going to do it for myself. And you know, I'm gonna keep his legacy going. We all here gonna say, let's do it for Mel.
Let's do it for Mel. Do it for Mel.
My name is Julia, and I'm glad that I got the chance to meet Coach Mel in my life due to my son, Daryl. And he's been a big impact on my son's life. Daryl, they call DJ, better known as DJ. But I'm just glad he's a person that I got a chance to meet in my life. One special person that I'll never forget. To my son, Daryl.
I just want to say, even when these lights, the lights from the candles burn out, you need to keep that vibrant light energy that you always had in the gym and in life, and continue to live it by his example, and keep that energy going just like he did today in heaven.
Later Velez, 7-time world champion, Hall of Famer. And because of Mel, he pushed me. Haley, don't stop. All the fighters, don't stop. He left you guys with an extra push to succeed in your lives. so you guys can continue with your career and be world champions. Where's his brother? Remember in the hospital, they said that he was like a little kid and he thought he was about a 20-year-old. You know, to enter to the kingdom of God, you're supposed to be 20. You're supposed to be like a child. He was a child. He was just a great guy of the heart to give back to each and every one of us in our lives. The GoFundMe stayed at $10,000, and all we need is maybe $300 more to complete that. That's how much love that he had for each and every one of us. My doors are open. Stacey's gym is open. We have to live for his legacy. We can't let this in vain. We can't let him in vain. We got to just accomplish to what he really wanted us from the beginning in each and every lives to continue, to push, to strive. He will come to my gym and bring Haley. He will bring Camila. He will bring for them to spar my world champion, Rosalinda Rodriguez, which she holds the WIBA world champion. And let me tell you something. All I heard his voice that said, uh-oh, here she comes. Uh-oh, Haley, here she comes. Camila, here she comes. Here she comes. Live that legacy. Keep on pushing yourselves. That's right. I'm Ada Velez. This is all from Mel. Mel. First time I met Mel, 6 months ago. I came from another gym. I don't know if y'all heard of it. It's an MMA gym, American Top Team. I was an MMA fighter before I turned to boxing. And out of sheer fate, I'm telling you, sheer fate, I found this gym. I was just driving by, and I saw these American flags. And I was in a search for a gym. Because I fell out of MMA, I didn't want to do it anymore, it was too brutal. It's different sport than boxing. Boxing, they teach you this, brains. They teach you how to survive. Not just 3 rounds or 4, but 12, 10. When I came here, I didn't know shit about boxing. And Mel knew that, but he worked with me. He put me in front of all these fighters. All these guys are killers. Even the women. Even the women. Yeah.
Especially the women.
Especially the women. and they told the fighters, work with them. They knew that my level wasn't up there, but they said work with them. And when I first started, I couldn't even do 1 round. Not 1. Now I can do 6 or 7 rounds. I'm hitting 8 soon. And that's just not through exercise or rounds or boxing, because I've been done that shit. Just by sheer mental will and him telling me, son, don't be scared, have fun. That's what he preached. Have fun in the ring. You fight differently. And no other coach taught me that. Not MMA, not wrestling, not jiu-jitsu, not Muay Thai, boxing. And we lost a true legend. True legend. Mel.
Mel. My name is Elijah, and it's been a long time. Where I'm just kind of too heartbroken to talk right now in front of all of you. It's really sad. It's hard for me to speak in front of a lot of people, but I just want to say this from the bottom of my heart. Me and Evan over there, my brother, hello, Mac 11 right there. We came here like a year ago.
We boxed non-stop for like 6 months. We both had amateur fights. I had one fight, I lost it. It was at the Golden Gloves novice tournament. But I'm never gonna forget what Coach Mel taught me, all the lessons he taught me and all the skills he gave me. He really shaped me as a fighter, and I'm never gonna forget what he taught me. Before I got into my first match, I threw wild shit, haymakers, couldn't even throw a jab. He taught me how to do that. He said, you're gonna stop throwing this wild shit, you're gonna throw straight punches. And then I started throwing straight punches, I got better. This is very sad. It's hard for me to talk right now. That's all I have to say. Rip Coach Mel, we love you. Amen.
All right, guys, we're going to let the balloons go. And before we let the balloons go, we're going to have a chant of Let's Go Champ 3 times, okay? So 1, 2, 3.
Let's go, champ! Let's go, champ! Let's go, champ!
Yeah.
Not into the wires. Let's go, champ! Let's go, champ! Let's go, champ! Let's go, champ! Champ's here!
Everybody come on back in. Come get some refreshments.
Showtime, Sean Porter. It's Aerosmith Jr. Everyone, this is Jesse Vargas. You're watching True School Sports. You're watching True School Sports. All right. And you're watching True School Sports. Stay tuned.